And this meeting is now being recorded.
Perfect. Okay, so we're all set.
Okay. And do I need to do anything at the end of the meeting?
Nope. As soon as you just end the meeting, the recording will stop.
Okay, and it'll automatically get saved to the right place.
It gets saved right to the Zoom account, and then I email it to BATV.
Okay, sounds great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
A second. Oh. Okay, yes. And hi, Andrew.
You figured out how to do the recording. That's good.
Well, I've got the Robert came into meeting and got the recording started, so it was like his doing. And that's going to be something that we're going to talk about a little bit later on. And I'm like, this. Let me see.
I know I'm 2 minutes early, but we got to find a few more people before we
Yeah.
can.
I know it's like. Let me see. Well, I know we're not going to get Dina and Maria because they've already said that they're not going to make it. I don't know who else will make it. And let's see, where was it? Okay, there's Lauren. Okay. Looking at and seeing what else I added in the pending file, my pending file to add into that. Let's see. Where did it get Lily Foster on there? So let's see. Just waiting to see if we get more buddies. We've got 15 minutes or so until the happens. Let me see. Let's see. There's Jason. Good. Hi, Jason. We're still waiting to get quorum, I think.
Yeah, sorry. Just
Yep.
trying to grab some dinner before.
Yeah, no problem.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. And so I'm up to
Hey,
3.
Lauren, hey, Andrew.
And we are and we sort of have a crude problem solution to the record problem. What Robert was saying, and I'm not sure how this is going to fix it, is to try to have somebody else take over the duty of being host. And I'm not sure why that would solve the problem that I've been having, but
You mean someone else that's in the meeting to be able to give you the code?
yeah, I guess I'm not sure just what it is, because it seems to be the code seems to be the problem. And I don't know why, if you're not at the meeting or not accessing the town email address, you'd be any easier to use code than I am. But at any rate, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get more people. I know we're not going to see Dina and Maria because they've already sent messages saying that they weren't going to be able to make it.
Yeah, Maria's sick, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
And Dina said she had a prior commitment. And Donna has stepped down.
Yeah, I saw that in the agenda. So that's happened already, huh?
Yeah, she submitted her resignation back on the 2nd of December.
That's a bummer.
So, yeah, we do have a Jacqueline Hubbard who has expressed interest, and I let her know that we'd had a vacancy, and she says she's applied for it, but I don't think that has had time to go through yet.
So how many members do we actually have now without Donna?
We have 7 members officially, and so without Donna, that would leave us with 6, but quorum is 50% plus 1, so we need to have one more person show up.
Yeah.
At least that's my understanding of the way things work. And unfortunately, Andrew, much as we love you, you don't count.
Can I put down the 3rd Thursday of the month for this meeting through 2025? Have you made any decisions on that?
We haven't, but unless I have some reason to change it, I wasn't planning to. Unless you had other people having extreme desire for some other time.
Yeah, I'll put it in my calendar then.
Yeah.
So is Darlene the only other person we could hope to get this evening?
I think so. Let me see.
Maria's sick. Dina has a commitment. Donna has resigned. The other 3 of us are here. So to make it
Right.
4,
Yeah. Let's see. Open.
what are the consequences of not having a quorum?
We can't vote on anything.
Okay.
But let me see. We have you. Maria's not going to make it. So it's Darlene. Yeah. So yes. Yes. It looks like Darlene is the only one who we can't. So if we take and pin her, and for some reason,
Well, maybe we could just go forward and, anything that we need to vote on. I feel like we don't vote on a whole lot.
yeah.
We need to vote on just suspend.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let me take and get back up here. Wait a second. That was November. There's December. Okay. So we're going to take and and I'm going to say 6:15. Okay, so we have announcements. Donna G has announced her resignation due to her planned move. We did have a person who's inquired about joining, and I've let her know. She has said that she's put in an application, but I don't think the town has had a chance to work on that yet, or at least I haven't been told. Any other announcements?
I do not have any.
Okay. We have open mic. Okay. Item 3 is the Zoom account problem. What happened tonight is I've gotten Robert's phone number and basically called him at 6:40 or at 5:45, and he jumped into the meeting and started the recording and then left. And I've tried to explain to him that the problem is getting the code for the verification to become host. He seems to think that if somebody else was to take over that, you might have an easier job of it. I'm not sure how. Does either you or Lauren want to take over that?
What is it that we would take over?
Basically, he is saying I shouldn't have to worry about being host. I should be worrying about running the meeting.
Yeah, right.
Although it's kind of like being host isn't very much of a job other than saying hit the start record button. But he seems to think that some other volunteer would have an easier time of getting the meeting started for the, doing the host thing and starting the recording. And
Okay. So I guess partly what I'm thinking is this is Robert you're talking about, right?
yeah, Robert Maynard.
Yeah. So I have to work with him on the whole Facebook thing. And I haven't
Okay.
done that yet, but I will. And I can also talk with him about this because like it doesn't really make sense to me either, like what he's proposing. But maybe in
Yeah.
talking with him a little bit more, maybe it will.
Okay. Okay, we have the scholarship donation question. We cannot make a vote on it this time around because we don't have a quorum, but we can discuss it if anybody has the details on there. According to the November meeting minutes, Darlene was supposed to get us the criteria for the next meeting.
I know what we've done in the past. I don't know what we've done for the baseline criteria because I know Darlene was saying it could be for all students in Billerica or just the high school and the tech. I don't know how we formatted that, but we usually have done it in the past where we have a series of like, I think it was 2 questions. One asking them to write about disability has played into their schooling, basically. Obviously, we could change the wording and everything, but since the scholarship is targeted for a student with a disability,
Okay.
just talking about how it shaped their experience and then talking about any involvement that they have.
I've been
Okay,
noted
like
that there was supposed to be a meeting on December 4th. Was that something that Darlene was going to be attending? That for the scholarship committee?
possibly. I think she may be on the scholarship committee. I'm not sure.
She is, because she's on the committee with my dad.
Okay. So like I said, she was supposed to get us back to us about the criteria, but obviously she's not here. So we're basically going to say that was, so when you're saying involvement, Lauren, was that like involvement in school activities or outside activities?
So usually in the application, students who had school involvement wrote about that, but it was left intentionally broad enough so that if students were not active in school, they could talk about anything they do outside of school as well.
Okay, so I'll say inside or outside of school.
Yeah, so any community or school involvement, basically.
Right. So basically what I've got is that according to you, they had 2 questions about impact on disability on their education and about community involvement inside or outside of school.
Yeah, and not specifically impact on their education. A lot of students did choose to write about that, but basically how it affected them personally, whether that was their education or any other way that they wanted to talk about it.
Okay, so impact of disability on education or personally. Enough
Yeah,
for this.
I forget how we phrased it because I'm pretty sure we can't directly ask how it impacts them, but it was phrased in such a way that it encouraged them to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know we're not allowed to ask specifics about what their disability is, but
Yeah, so it was
think it's
phrased in such a way that it couldn't be interpreted that we were looking for that information,
right.
but that it was effectively asking how they identify with it.
Okay. So I figured that's enough that we can kind of have something to work with for the next meeting. Because right now this is going to have to be continued next meeting. And so,
Do you want me to shoot Darlene an email, ask about that?
if you could.
Yeah, I will.
And item 5 is yours, Andrew. This is the input for upcoming contracts and 5-year plan.
I don't know what the delays going on at MassDOT, Transit and Rail Division, but we haven't seen the RFP come out yet, so hang tight.
Okay.
And I dropped the ball the last time I tried to call the senior center and make sure that they had the disabled transportation down straight. They didn't call me back, and it fell off my calendar, but it's on the top of my list to do tomorrow.
Okay.
There was an issue which came up that was resolved, or hopefully is resolved. There was a complaint that a driver would not put down the wheelchair ramp for a grocery cart. And they are supposed to put down the ramp at request. Unfortunately, this time we didn't have the date or time that it occurred. So if you get any complaints directly that you're going to pass to me, try and get the approximate location and date and time so that we can follow up with the specific people involved if they have the wrong information.
Okay. Okay, so right now. The 2 items that I'm putting down here is that we have no RFP yet, and we had a complaint about the ramp not being lowered for a grocery cart, and this was like on a regular bus.
Yeah.
And so I will. So I'm basically saying no RFP yet. You will make more inquiries about the senior center buses.
Correct.
And that you had a complaint about the ramp not being lowered on regular bus for a grocery cart, but no details. And in the future, if we get complaints, we need to get more details about when, where, and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, we did confirm that they are supposed to lower the ramp on request, but we can't get back to the specific driver very well and make sure that they understand.
Okay. Do you know if they tried to like at least put out a notice, just kind of as a general message to all the drivers or whatever?
It was handled by the chief of operations, George Anestis. So I'm sure he did what was appropriate.
Okay, so I'll just say you confirmed that they're supposed to lower ramp on request and that it seems handled.
Yep.
Okay. Cold Roush Park, we're obviously don't have anybody here to give us an update on that, but he's
I can
basically,
tell you though that the RFP for the new playground equipment went out during this month.
okay,
And you can check with the appropriate people in town offices to see, what specifically that contained.
okay. Considering that we're doing informal, I think we can just kind of let it go that you said that the RFP has gone out. And let's see. We have striping. Anybody know anything about what's going on with that? It's kind of, yeah. What did they say? None. Gazebo status, I'm assuming also none.
No, Mark tonight. Was he intending to come? Did you hear from him at all?
I had not heard from him either way.
Okay.
And let's see, we have the Kennedy Meadows, and again, nobody's here, so I'm assuming we have no update. And again, Connors Plaza and Town Center businesses. Anything on that? Assuming not. Boston Road construction passability. We had an update that last meeting that said Mark was had the sidewalks done and lighting and bricks are in progress, but transitions aren't compliant yet. As far as I know, that's all we've got. Unless you know something more on that, Andrew.
I do not, other than I see continuing progress on construction.
Okay. And we have the new pedestrian light buttons at Boston and Trouble. I'm assuming no update. And then we have the other issues that were raised the last time around. I know you had that meeting about you mentioned about the what was it? MassDOT virtual meeting on vulnerable road users.
Yeah, I attended that last night, and I'm going to follow up with a note to Fred Russell and Clancy and Catherine Malgiari, because I think we should have at least been on the radar screen, but we don't have. There are no projects for Billerica. There were 3 for the northern Middlesex region, but 2 were in Lowell and one Tewksbury. And I'd like to see and get a little piece of that pot of the money.
Okay, so you attended the meeting about and you'll follow up with town
officials. I'll add you to the copy list since I haven't sent it out yet.
Okay. Okay, I will follow you up with town officials about getting us onto list of possible projects. Get part of the improvement pie. We have this continuing item about the survey, and I think you said we talk to you next year on that.
Yeah, I've just gone on semester break, so I'm going to be hopefully able to really be persistent during the next month, reaching out and trying to get some answers. So hopefully by February, I'll have some good answers for us. The initial that I can see is it looks like the communities that have really strong engagement, what they're doing is they're actively out in the community. I'm going to try and get some more information though and see if there's anything else we can be doing.
Okay, that sounds great. Like I said, I was not pressuring on you. I have this as a kind of a
No,
placeholder on the agenda.
you're
So,
good. No pressure at all. I just wanted to give as much of an update as I could. I'm hoping by February, but at least once I've had some time to really start sitting down, actively pursuing emails, it'll get easier from there. So hopefully February, I'll have more of an update than what I already have.
okay, no problem. Yankee Doodle. Again, I don't know if you had any chance to do anything on that or not.
Nothing recently.
Yeah, I thought that I know we had what Maria had found out, but I don't think that there's been anything more on that.
Okay. Maria, the meet and greet is tabled. Social media status. We do have the okay from Robert.
Yep. So I don't know if you saw that email. Were you on that email?
Yeah, I saw the email that
Yeah,
he
you
had
are.
to give you some kind of briefing on town policies or some such.
Yeah, I didn't see that. So he did send the invite to me on Facebook, and I accepted that. And then I think he was going to set up the account. And
Yeah.
I don't know if Maria's seen it, so I talked with her about it.
Right.
So that's probably the next steps. I didn't see his invite when he sent it. I saw it today, so I just accepted that. So now he's going to set up whatever that account is.
Yeah, I've got the email that that you two of you want to set up a Facebook account. That's great. I will add you both on Facebook as friends. Then I will set up the account and invite you both as admin. I will be forwarding you both the town's social media policy you must adhere to. Any questions, please feel free to reach out. So it's just, I'll put down that you're just continuing to work with Robert on it.
Yeah, and honestly, I could probably find that social media policy. Probably doesn't need to send that to me.
I feel like I've seen it before, unless we're actively posting like our opinions and things versus just information.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to be pretty solid on being in line with it.
Yeah, I think it's more just to read it again before actually making that active.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually those things are pretty straightforward. Like, just don't be stupid.
Mm-hmm. So you have account finances. I don't have any. Approval of November minutes. Can't vote on because we don't have a quorum.
Is it October or November minutes that we need to vote on?
November. We already approved to go to October.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong. I have the November minutes open. That's what I said.
Yeah. Let's see. Darlene, who's had reported needing a railing on the inside stairs of the library. We sent a message about it, and Joe St. Germain responded that he would investigate. And then we got an email a couple of days ago saying that facilities has reviewed and will be installing a railing soon. So that sounds like we've got a pretty much can probably take that one. Well, not. I don't know if we can take it off the agenda right now, but it's like, has it been installed yet, as opposed to we need to get one.
Do we need Darlene to tell us one way or the other?
I'm assuming somebody will tell us. I got a message, and again, we can't really vote on this, but at least get a sense of it. There's this 2025 Billerica Family Health and Safety Fair vendor and sponsor application that I got. Let me see, do I still have that? Yes. Let me see. It'll be an April 2025 health fair on April 12th at the Elks Lodge. And essentially, the two questions are, do we want a table? And if we do want a table, what do we have and or want to put on our table?
Don't know specifically. I mean, even if we just had something that just, said the name of the commission. And, how long is that safety fair? Like if you had a table, like how long would you commit to, being present?
It's 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. is the time frame they've got listed.
Okay.
I mean, I
So
feel like it would be. Oh, go ahead, Jason.
No, it's good. Sorry, Lauren.
I feel like if we can get the people to man it, it would be beneficial just to really start getting ourselves out there with the community.
Okay.
I feel like we got plenty of time to sort of figure out what we want to do there. So who's asking about that?
This is CSC, whoever that is, at townbillrickamad.us. Let me see. Okay, this is the Billerica Health and Wellness Inc. leadership team. And they have please contact the Billerica Health and Wellness Inc. President Annette Frisau at address, and they've also got a Facebook page. Please use the following application to apply for a vendor table. Vendor tables are $50, excluding nonprofit or municipal vendors, which I'm assuming that we would fall under as a municipal thing. After your application received and accepted, we will send a follow-up email with further instructions. Tables are generously provided by the Elks Lodge. Please bring all other materials with you. I always bring my own furniture anyway, so that's okay. So
I'd say let's just respond and say yes. Like, we'll plan on having a table, and we can, between now and then, we can figure out what we want to do. Essentially, what I would think is just, get something that has the commission name on it so people know what it is, and then, have something that here's what we can do if you need help or whatever it is we want to put out there. I know Maria had mentioned having some brochures that she was talking about using at the Yankee Doodle parade. I haven't seen those. I don't know what the content is, but I don't see why it would need to be any different.
yeah, as far as I know, this was something that she was going to get brochures made. I don't think she'd made them yet. I'm not sure. And I know that supposedly we have a banner somewheres. I think that may be in our office.
It could also be a way for us to see how the community would like for us to engage with them going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we have something where people can write things down. We can certainly, we have an email address on the website, right?
I'm not sure right now. I haven't looked at the website in a while.
It says email the commission, and Maria said something earlier where she finally got rid of the spam. I don't know what she did.
Yeah.
So there's basically three ways, right? So they can, write something down. We can have some paper there available, or someone just wants to say, "Can you do this?" we can certainly give out that email address, and we can, maybe by that time we should have a Facebook page. So we can also tell people to go there. And so they don't have to like write that in there, have an idea, but if they think of something later or a question, whatever it is, they can do it later.
Okay. So I will take and go ahead and fill in the form, and so I will sit.
Does anyone know if that's like school vacation week?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna take a quick look because I don't think I will be around that week if it is, but I feel like it would be the week after, but
And yeah, I know that's definitely gonna be a questionable period for me because I'm gonna be coming into the end of the semester.
it's not. It's the following week, so school vacation starts on the 18th, so I should be around.
Okay. And I just and I noticed the item 22 was the question about that meeting. So I just copied down what you said earlier and moved it down to this item. So I don't think we need to go through that again. We have old business website address. We still have the phone number question of what happens if the town gets a call for us. I'm assuming that Robert would, or whoever got it, would send us an email or a message about it, but we haven't actually formalized anything. Email, Maria says the spam problem has been fixed, so I'm going to take that one off for next month. And if we look at the membership, has that been updated that Honor is no longer on the committee, and presumably we'll have a new person coming on soon. So we now have new business, and do we have anything for new business?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I am assuming then that we can call it a night.
Okay, that was rapid fire, Art.
Well,
I guess when we don't have Mark,
we
there's a
have a
lot of
quorum.
things.
We can't
Well,
really
there's
do
that
much.
too, but I feel like without Mark, like it's hard to like. There's just certain topics that we just can't
Yeah.
go
I
over.
agree. Okay, so I
Okay.
guess that wraps it up, and go ahead and
All
end the
right.
meeting
Well,
at 6:45.
happy holidays and Happy New Year, and see you in January.
Yeah.
See you in January. Bye now.
See you in
All right.
January.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye, everybody.